going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Today we're gonna get busy on getting caught up on some things that we've been needing to get caught up on. As you can see in the last video, we made some customizations to the motorcycle, got some stuff done to it that has been needing to get done. Super happy with how things have turned out, but it's still some slight adjustments that need to get made. The clutch needs to be adjusted a little bit more. Now, to be honest, this is my first time ever doing a clutch system on a Harley Davidson. Not familiar with it. It was something I had to figure out, but it came along with the package of putting the new handlebars on. So we got everything working. Everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's just not quite to my liking. So today we're gonna be getting the clutch adjusted on it and getting it to where it's got that sweet spot for being able to find neutral and get the shifting a little bit crispier and to where I want the shifting to be while going down the road. We also got some upgrades for the slingshot, so hopefully we can get around to that today. Been kind of putting that off. Things have been getting crazy busy here lately, so haven't been able to do a whole lot with the slingshot. For y'all that are new to the channel, my name is Eric. This is my 2008 Harley Davidson Street Glide, and like I said, we got a couple upgrades we're gonna try to get finished up on it. Still got a couple pieces that's missing too, because there's still a couple things that I have not ordered for it yet. Still waiting on my new mirrors to come in. I did not want to go back with the OEM mirrors, and I was gonna suck it up, and while in the process of getting ready to put the OEM mirrors back on, I accidentally broke one. So that gave me more of a reason to go ahead and try to get an upgrade for it. So I am gonna be putting some different mirrors back on the bike. It is a pain riding without them. My wife and I were doing some test riding, and having her behind me and having to turn around and look, yes, it's a lot more difficult than what I wanted to be. So we are gonna be getting the new mirrors put on here soon. They're on order, waiting on them to come in. And my audio, gonna be doing some stuff with the audio as well, because not sure if the amp fried itself or what the problem is. So I have to take the front fairing off, see if I can figure out what's going on with the audio on the bike as well. I'm getting power to the wires at the battery, power at the amp, but the amp is not powering on, so I'm pretty sure that amp may be trash after today. So I have a spare amp here that I'm gonna be hooking up on it just to kind of get it tested to see what's going on with it, to see if I can get power at the new amp. And if so, that's not the amp I'm gonna be using, just kind of a test source, but we'll be getting a new amp ordered for the bike as well, try to get all the audio back to where we want it to be. Also, for all the new followers that's with us, this is my wife's 2023 Polaris Slingshot SR1. And like I said, we got some upgrades we're gonna be doing to this as well. So may sit y'all up on a time lapse while we try to get some stuff done with that. We got a lot of wires that we got to get ran on it. We have some audio upgrades for that as well. We have some light upgrades that's gonna be getting put on it, and try to get that exactly where she wants it to be, because our next upcoming weeks are gonna be very, very busy. Have a free day today, so I would like to get as much done on both machines as possible. So I'm gonna set y'all up on a time lapse, and like I said, I'm gonna get busy messing with this Harley Davidson, see if I can figure a couple things out with that, and I'll pick y'all back up in just a little bit. All right, for those of y'all that are wondering what all I got going on, this is the piece in the clutch that we need to adjust. I got it backed out just a hair. I needed to turn it about another quarter turn and lock the locking nut back down. Then come up to the front, and we need to adjust the adjuster right here to try to get the play out of the cable. Got just a little bit too much play in that clutch right there. So we want to try to get all that tightened up. So only thing I got left to do is hit that main adjustment. But also, sounds like we got some company pulling up. So for y'all that haven't seen them in quite some time, the guy who rides with me a whole lot, helps me with a lot of my videos and stuff, finally got his ride back in commission. What is going on?
What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Working. Trying to get my bike situated. Then you pull up on your bike. So for y'all that haven't seen him in a while, we got Juwan and his beautiful Street Glide.
She dirty, she dirty.
How she doing?
Doing good now.
Heck yeah.
Running Brandon.
(2006) 2006 Street Glide. Like I said, some of y'all seen it, some of y'all haven't. 21-inch front wheel, painted interfering, stretch bags, Reinhardt exhaust. Did some audio upgrades on this one a while back with the Soundstream Reserve and all the other goodies to go along with it. So yeah, operation for me for today. Working on getting my clutch situated. As soon as I get my clutch situated, I'm gonna try to start messing with that slingshot after I get some vehicles moved around and all that good stuff. A couple minor adjustments left on my bike and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna get back busy on this thing and I'll get back with y'all in just a few minutes.
Storm.
And just like that, we are back, y'all. Ended up going for a quick ride with Juwan while he was here. Did not end up bringing the camera with me, so I didn't get any video footage of us riding. But we just made a quick loop. Went down to a buddy of mine's house who's also working on his motorcycle. He has a Road King that's currently getting an air ride situation done on it. And we'll be bringing that on the channel for a ride with us here very soon. But also just want to get a test ride done with my bike to make sure everything was gonna go according to plan with that and see if I was happy with the adjustments that we ended up making. And I am, for the most part. I'm fairly happy with it. The clutch is doing much better. Shift points are way better. Easier to find neutral while the bike is running. That's one of the issues that I was having that brought this whole situation about in the first place, was having issues at traffic lights. If I needed to click into neutral, I was struggling to get it in neutral. So now that we've made the adjustments that needed to be made to it, it's a whole lot better. So riding great, everything is done to it. Didn't get around to the audio today, but maybe one day this week we'll get around to that. Also wanted to get around to getting the slingshot at least taken apart today, but by the time I got back from my ride, it was gone. So the wife ended up coming home and grabbing it. So she's out riding with that right now. So one day this week we'll get around to getting the tear down on that done. So we'll get that torn apart, get ready to start getting lights and audio and all that stuff done on that, and get that ready for riding season. And my bike is mostly complete until I figure out the amp situation. So we'll get on that one day this week, get to tearing that apart and see what all we got going on with that thing. And hopefully be taking y'all along for a couple rides. I do have a couple places that I want to try to hit this spring now that the weather's gotten nice and we got time to ride. So a couple restaurants that's out in the state that I want to get to. do some riding, put some miles down, enjoy the weather while we got nice weather, because Virginia weather is so unpredictable. You never know what you're gonna get. So, but yeah, we'll cut back to y'all here soon when we get to turn the slingshot apart and get ready to get these lights installed. So we'll see y'all in just a little bit. All right, y'all, and we are back. Another day, and as you can see, it's time to get started with part 2 of this project. Starting to get some stuff prepped for the slingshot, try to get these lights situated. And I don't think it's gonna be easy as what I'm thinking it might be or what it should be. This thing is pretty low to the ground, so getting up under it to start running all the wires and try to get everything routed the way that I want to get it all routed, it's gonna be kind of difficult. But I'm gonna show you all the kit that we're gonna be running. So we got the 3-piece wheel ring light kit that has 4 LED strips in each ring. All the wires to go along with it to make a good connection look like they'll be plenty long to get everything routed the way that it needs to be routed. And here we have the kit with the LED strips that we're going to be using. Has a keychain remote, also a remote to change the colors and everything, but we also have a controller module that we're going to be wiring in as well. So hopefully we can get the lights that's already on the slingshot wired into that module and wire in the new lights to that module to try to get everything synced on one system, because these kits do a lot of different things. They have a color, they not only do a lot of different color changes, but they also do synchronizing with music and all that stuff as well. So hopefully that control module is gonna allow me to wire in what's already existing with the new kit, and we can make everything sync up the way that it's supposed to and keep all the colors coordinated the way that it's supposed to. We did not opt to go with the color change kit, the color chasing kit. We just going with a simple LED setup. It'll have multiple colors that you can do at once, but it does not have the chase sequence that you see on a lot of slingshots. So this is just a basic setup for now. This is what we're going to be running with underneath, down the sides, and like I said, the wheel ring lights. So I'm gonna set y'all up on a time lapse while I get started laying some of this stuff out and trying to see exactly which route I want to go with some of these wires, because some wires are longer than others. So kind of got to lay stuff out and get an idea of what strips are gonna go where and what areas we want lit up the most. So I'm gonna set y'all on a quick time lapse and I'm gonna get started on some of this stuff, and I'll catch y'all probably when majority of this is done and we're ready to start testing. So it'll probably be later in the evening for me, but it'll only be a few minutes for y'all. So stay tuned. And we're back, y'all. Finally got this thing all buttoned up. She's finished. Everything is wired, hooked up, and this thing looks amazing. It's a lot of work. A lot of wires to be ran on this thing up underneath of it. And one thing they don't tell you about when you purchase a slingshot is the ground clearance absolutely sucks. So this thing is really low to the ground, so having to jack it up and keep moving the jack around to get to each area individually that you need to get the wires ran was kind of difficult. But we were able to get it done. She's all back together again. And like I said, this thing turned out amazing. So a little bright outside today, so I'm gonna wait and get a night clip of it and drop a montage for y'all so you can actually see what that looks like lit up, along with my bike as well, for those who have not seen my bike lit up at night. Two totally different kits, which is crazy because I'm running the Hogworks 12-piece kit on my bike, and pretty good light system, has a really good warranty. Hogworks has been nothing but great when it came to replacement parts or anything of the sort that is needed with their company. Deal with Hogworks a lot, run a lot of their products on my bike. On the other hand, the Slingshot kit is an Amazon kit. It is a 12-piece kit as well, all strips. And then it has the 3-piece wheel ring with the 4 strips in each wheel ring. This thing is super bright. I have a quarter of the cost in the LED strips on the Slingshot that I have on my bike, and major difference. So like any other fashion, you run into some snags with a couple things when you try to get these projects done. And we ended up having to cut some wheel studs, replace some wheel studs, got a new tire mounted up on it. It's been needing a new tire and all that kind of stuff as well. So like I said, it's done now. We're gonna leave off with y'all with a montage of these things lit up in the dark, looking amazing. Have some other projects coming up. We got some buddies of mine that's gonna be going down to Myrtle Beach Bike Week in a couple weeks. So I have a couple projects that's gonna be stopping by here. So y'all will get to see a little bit of that, including one that's already here. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of it sitting up inside the shed there. That thing is a beast. It's getting some audio done on it, monster of a motor, and we're gonna be fine tuning that, getting it ready for Myrtle Beach. And I have one other one that's gonna be stopping by, getting a little bit of work done before those guys decide to hit the road and head out for Myrtle Beach Bike Week. So with that being said, appreciate y'all that have tuned in this far. Have a blessed day. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch y'all on the next one.